Alrighty, today we're going to do probably the final step of the chop is what I'm thinking, you know, get that post filled in, get it completed. You guessed it. This is what 10 hours looks like. I am in the 10 hours, so what I'd have to do is I'd have to go to the customer and say, if I'm going to weld up the inside of your car, it's going to be a little bit more. But I have made myself happy with the time that I've got it chopped off. I think I've said it before, I've never chopped a 5-window coupe before, and this is my very first. Really happy. We'll go over it after, but basically to get this chop finished off, now that I've got the door on and I've got it looking okay, I've got the door to close, I kind of worked that latch in there a little bit, put a little bit of weld on the mechanism that holds it shut, but I've got it so it's shut and we're looking good. We got a good gap, we got a good line, everything's looking really good. Let's open her up and see what we got. So what's going on here is I've got this all welded up along here. I showed you, oh, geez, Fina. Showed you the day before. I got that welded up. I just noticed something. Come on over and take a look for a second. Here or there does not bother me. But what I'm saying, you can see where the top of the door was, and you can see what was added. And obviously they must needed it because it fits the vehicle. And so I left it. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just showing you how things can be fixed and moved around and all that sort of stuff, and you don't even really realize. Basically what to do is try to do it as clean as you can. So I got the door shutting. That fits good. We're happy with that. Now we got to get that gap in behind this post. Let's do that. We have some metal sticking out here that's not going to allow us to do what we want to do. We're going to have to grind it off, and we got some metal up here that's not looking very nice because it was all, she was baked on with some other stuff, and we got a piece flapped out here. I'm not sure what's going on there, but let's fix her up a little bit and get her rocking and rolling. Pound that back. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. So basically the only thing I've done on this chop that you have not seen is the welding to finish that off and the grinding. That's basically the only thing I didn't show you, and basically it's one dot at a time and try to make it as clean as you can. Basically. Now, this is this piece. See this piece coming down here? See, that's about, I don't know, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. I want that to be the same. I don't want that thick in there. I want that to be the same going around the door, so I'm just going to knock this down a little bit. I'm thinking that what's up in there is lead. I'm going to have a hard time there getting anything tied to it. So we'll just do this. Oh yeah, welcome back. I'm Bad Chad and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and it's Fun Day Sunday. I've been missing to say it's Friday a few times, and I forget. And I just forget. This Friday, last Friday I forgot. And basically just working every day makes every day the same sometimes. Just looking at this piece right here, where I want to go with it. Let's make the piece and get it slid in there and see what happens, and then we'll deal with that. I got some 12 gauge, what I've been using before. We're using it for the patina. For the patina. I have to say that sometimes, a few times before I say it, because you know how it was. All right. Let's take this off for a second and try something different for a second. Right? And try to plug that on, and I'll plug that on here in a second. That's what I'm thinking. Just do that. Now I'll try to plug it on, see what happens. Here we go. Let's turn that on. Let's get a straight edge. And the only reason I want a straight edge is because I'm going to make a straight line, and I want that to help me. All right. It looks decently straight there. What I'm going to do, I am going to make it bigger than I think I need. What I think I need is 1/2 inch in. What I need is a 90 piece in and a piece here. So this here, the piece will go in, and then the piece that goes this way will go behind the door, which holds the door, which will match up with this all the way down. Let's see what happens. Is that long enough? And can I bend a 90 on it in the brake? We'll see. I'd like to bend that in a 90 if I can. Going to have to do this to both sides. We got one straight edge on this one. Not going to measure it. Not going to measure it. I'm just going to look at the distance I want. And I'm thinking that's not going to work. Because it might. Let's see what happens. We won't say won't. Don't be so negative, Chad. Let's glue that down in there. See if we can't bend that. No negativity, boys, no negativity. Usually gets you where you're going. Hoping. Like I said, that's 12 gauge, or 16 gauge, probably a little thick, but it's doing the job. Now, all right, see that there? Be nice if that, get that out of there, see how that's, we'll bring that in a little bit. Let's get rid of that little piece there. Nothing to it. Watch out here. I did get that a little wide. We're in there. Let's cut this off. What can I say? A lot of good things have been said about the chop, and a lot of silly things have been said about the chop. If, you know, I know there's only a few amount of people that's ever got to chop a 5-window coupe like this. I mean, let's face it, not everybody gets to chop up their car, or gets to chop up a car. Just one second. But to me, like, as I go through that, I had a lot of good comments and a lot of poopy ones. But, you know, there's only a certain amount of people that's ever chopped one of these things. And the people that have chopped these cars, I think, understand how well it was done, in my opinion. If you can find a 34 Plymouth or Ford that's chopped with the least amount of cuts as we have, and as clean as we have, then you'll understand what it took and how long it took. I'm going to cut that out of there. I think I'll work then talk. Makes sense, don't it? Let's get another grinder going here. Let's get another one going. Just trying to get this out so when I put that piece in, I don't have to overlap it. What I'm trying to do, I can put it in there now, but I don't want to. I want to put it in there and have it not overlapped, is what if I can. And this piece here is going to be a piece I want to cut out to get it. Or more one way, skinny cat. What I want to do, I got to get that out of there. That's all the way is to it. There we go. Piece of metal there I want to get. There we go. I'd like to see it come out and stay, but whatever it decides it does or wants to do, and if I get it where I want it, it's going to be what it be. There. This is what I done that for. I want that to sit on top of that, and then we can weld that in there nicely. You know. Let's just shut the door. Oh, I love it. If we have any issues with the door gap, we can, you know, grind on this, put more weld on the edge of it, because we had to weld that down there anyways. And the reason being is because of the cut it was before and everything else. I'm going to turn the welder on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tack it and see what it looks like. And close the door, that sort of stuff. Let's do it. I'm muzzle. I'm going to. Lucky I didn't burn myself, but that's the name of the game. Now, that's that 90 piece that goes in there. Inside handle is the only one that's working right now. Now you can see how that's closed that gap up. I'm going to have to cut more off that. You can see how I'm going to have to do this, and that'll be after. Like, let's face it, that'll be after. We got a good gap going on there. I'm not messing with that. But this right here, I would probably come back and sand that back a little bit and then fill that back in, because I really like that post. That's fitting nice down there. We got a nice cap coming there. We just need to take some more off this and get it the same all the way up. So that's basically what's going on there. I like that. I'm just going to tack that in there. Let's get this knocked together. You'll never guess. I'm going to use a coat hanger. And maybe a welding helmet. Might help. Maybe baby, huh? Lid. That's why it's going vroom. That's why it's doing that. That stuff gets strained. I've never seen it go like that. That's basically what I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it down along here. I think what I'm going to do is I might I don't want to sand that, but nope, I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is, there's no sense in me sanding that where it's like that. I was going to fit that metal a little bit better so I wasn't going to have that edge. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Just sand it a little bit. Just want. What I'm doing there is the metal is quite thick. When I weld it on, I want to grind off. I don't want to leave all the weld on there, so I'm just going to do that with it. I'm going to knock it in. Nope, I'm going to hit it with the welder. Just put that piece in there. As I'm doing that, as I'm heating that up, you see that lead come out of there? What I would do, or I can do right now as far as that goes, let's do it, just to show you. I mean, I can tell you, but in order to actually get what the grip is, to show you, like basically, like everything else, I'll show you, nothing to it. What's happening, there's lead there, can't deal with it, to be honest with you. It don't weld, it don't act good. So what I'm going to do is what I generally always do, is I heat it up with the welder, I go to weld it, and then I'll put the air to it and blows the lead out of there. So that's basically how I generally go about it. Don't get the torches out, I don't run for this and run for that. I just go for it, as you can always tell. And that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to burn some lead out of it. Now I've got the lead blown out of there, I'm going to weld it on. You can see, like Jolene can see, I'm not sure, can you see how deep that lead is, how far that lead's in there compared to where I'm welding? Like it's quite a ways, like it really is. So when you say there's nothing no through in your car, well, I'm just kind of wondering. We'll just cool it off easy because it's nice and red hot. I can grind all that lead back, but I don't want to. I don't want to, I just want to weld it up. Do this. And you can hear that I'm welding to metal, not lead. There's a different sound. There's a different sound. Let's make this go straight compared to the rest of it. So I've actually welded it on there, and then I'm going to sand it to make it where I want it to be straight. I'm going to sand it. Didn't put it on there straight, didn't worry about it. Just going to do it now. Trying not to ruin the patina, if that's what we're keeping or that's what we want. I got a little spot down here. I don't want to grind it any thinner. I don't think I do. I'm going to tack it here first before go too far. Why not? Now we got a nice straight line going up there. Yeah, that's what we need, right? That's what we need. It's going good. I'm happy with that. There's lots on that edge, and like I said, that would have to come off there a little bit. I think it was a great idea to do the one-piece post. Like, to be honest with you, it's the only way now. And now that I've actually done that, from now on, that's what I would do on most cars. I'll just make the post. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. That's what I'm going to do. So now, this part in here, if you want to come and take a look at this part. See this? See, I got a piece cut off here. Got a cut off right there, right? And I got this piece here for the inside of the door for the post. Now all I need is a piece running up from here, all the way up here, all the way around, just like that. I don't know what others say than that, other than seems easy enough, doesn't it? Let's put a good piece of metal in there. And the reason I'm saying a good piece of metal is because we'll put a nice thick piece of metal in there. And all the people that's been crying about it can cry a little harder. Now I want a good thick piece there, and I'm going to want a fairly long piece. Let's get a tape measure here and just see what kind of piece I do want. Hooked on the bottom of that. All the way around. 11. I need a 15-inch piece. I need to get a straight line going on here. Let's put the air back on the little cutter. Doug's interview yesterday was funny. I'm not saying interview, but the little, us working along was funny. Doug's always been a good dude. I've known him most of my life, and just a good person, that's all. Little Douglas. I haven't known Nathan as long as I've known Doug, but they're basically brought off the same mountain, and everybody's pretty good around here. Nope, that's not what I want. Not what I want. No ground, maybe? Come on now. Maybe when that shuts off, it'll come on. Wasn't messing around, was I? 15. I got 15 right on this bad boy. Why do I need that? I need it probably that wide. Or wider. Let's do this. Put that on there like that. Am I going to cut that, am I? I don't think so. No. How wide is that? I'm going to go with it. I'm going to bring it over just a little bit. What I'm doing is just holding this end on here. It's going to hold that on there with us. Stop it. And then I'm going to guess up here and make a little wider piece than I think we need. Yeah. cut it left-handed, I guess. Long. 15 long. You can see it right there. I got the tape measure on it. 15 long. Let's cut it off. Come on, come on, come on. Try to be rushing it a little much, but it is what it is. Just trying to get a piece of metal cut and get it put in there. I can sand it down to make it fit after, if that makes sense. So if it's a little wide, I can cut it after. So we're straight all the way along there. We got to bend up in there. Let's bend her. No, let's go in there. Let's make a nice bend. Why not? Why not? Hey. Hey. Gets an edge on it. You can't get the metal down. It's too thick. That off. I'll try it again. I'm gonna try it again. Just want to measure where I want to bend it, that's all. I'm gonna go there with that. Just bend it over this, nice and easy. Check it out, see what happens. Better check it before I start bending it too much. That's not where I want it. That's not bad. I'm gonna... Right there is not good. I'm gonna cut that off. Slide the wheel off. But be careful in there. Get caught up with that bad boy. And we're into a new disc. Not that that matters much. All right, that really works for me. I'm going to take and grind some more. That works for me. Let's do this. Let's tack it on there. Let's do this. Let's make this so it does fit. Cut this off a little bit. Make it straight. That's what we'll do. Make that straight. Don't have to rush that one. If you want to shut that, I'll shut that plasma cutter off. Let's get this straight. This is inside the post, just an extra, it's inside the post. We're just gonna come down, make it right, and then we cap it on this side. You wouldn't see any of that stuff. It'd be gone. Just like that. Let's get the welder turned on. Then your post, you know, you got one post. It's got, and one, you know, you could, even though I'm leaving it rusty, I'm hoping that you can picture it shiny. Like, I mean, it's one piece in there. I could buff that off so you wouldn't even know it was in there if it was all shiny. If I sandblast the car, you probably would not pick out that I changed that post. Oh, that's how good it's done. I don't mean to brag or boast, but I don't like it when you can tell that I put in a new post. I put 2 tacks on that. You know what that means? It's where it's supposed to be, I guess. Weld it on the corner there, kind of a sand it to make it fit. Now, we've got up in here to deal with. Let's cut that at the same time. Maybe we can get it weld right back on. Let's do this. Alrighty, I'm going to tack that. I just cut that, try to get that up in there. She's quite heavily metalled. Just want to flush it out. Basically what I want to try to do. Drop some off and then weld it. That's how we want to do that. Now we're looking good. Looking good. Now, let's get this meat up in there. I cut that, so we should be able to bend it. Let's get this and weld it. Drop them off. And then weld it. Come look at this over this side. See this? See this? Now we're going to make that fit. I have to hit it a little bit harder. The reason I'm having to hit it harder because it's thicker gauge. Let's see if we can get it tacked on. Remember all the lead? I'll blow that out of there as I do it. Now, probably end up doing this stuff on the inside when I get going. Let's see this here now. Now I've got a piece in there, got a piece in there. Let's draw the line and cut it and then sand it to make it look right. We're that much too far over. So I'm just going to take my trusty ends of my fingers. Not bad, not bad. That's got to be cut off. Let's do this. If a plasma cutter, I can reach it with a plasma cutter or cut it with zip cut. Zip cut would give me a better cut, give me a better line. Let's do it. We're not bringing the line down. It's on the inside of the post. If I cut that line, I'm going to be way in there. I'm going to be in there a little bit. So I'm going to stay on the outside line because that's where it fits best. I want to stay on the inside line all the way up until it looks good. Don't like it at the top. Now on the inside, it's a matter of capping it. I feel like I'm going to have to make that thinner on the inside to cap it, but that's basically what's going on there. And that's how I'm going to, well, that's how I've done the inside of the door. Let's see if the door fits. Oh, it fits. See how nice the door does fit, you know? I mean, you watch me do it. All I did is lock the door shut, and it fits. Like the gap has probably been the best it's ever been, and it fits. Let's go to the other side. Haven't got this side done yet. I'm probably going to do this side, but you can see how the door fits. Excellent. What am I going to say? I woke up this morning, you know, scrolled the old computer. We'll just wait a second. The thing goes off. Oh, it's good. I'm just waiting for the computer to shut off for a second, and then we'll go over what's going on. Oh yeah. Like I said, I woke up this morning, got rolling through the computer, and generally I do not read comments, but I have read a few comments, and wow, what a lot of hate. There's so much hate that it's kind of odd, because basically I don't go around treating people bad or saying bad things about them because I'm not having a good day. That's not who I am. Generally, I'd rather look on the good side and be happy what's coming and worry about what I'm doing. But as I read all that hate, am I really that great that you want to hate me? I mean, basically, that's all it tells me, that if I was good, you wouldn't say a damn word. But if I was great, it would create a lot of hate. And that's probably why the people enjoy watching, because the people that hate me know how great I am, and the people that are watching appreciate it for what it is. Take what you like and throw away the rest. But as you look at this chop, you can take any 5-window chop you want to chop, 33, 34, whatever, 5-window. I have made the less cuts I have ever seen anybody make on a chop. And when I say that, I did not chop all this out, even though it's got dents in it, it's all distorted. I still made it fit. I did not cut all this out and make that stuff. I did not cut it across here and have to fill the whole roof out. I did not cut it across here, so I have to stretch the roof and cut to fill the roof out. I did not cut out all the B-pillar and have to manipulate all that and to figure it all out and to destroy it. I did not take my post up front and hack it all up in pieces and try to fit it in and make something. I did not hack my door all up and do that. No, I did not. If you want to take a look at it, and if you want to compare, put a 5-window coupe on. I'm talking to the haters. Oh yeah, I shouldn't even be talking to you. You know how good I am. But what I'm saying is, you can put that against any chop. I don't care where you're at. I've got 11 hours into it now. There's not one cut that I couldn't fill with my index finger. There's not one part of this body that I would have to fill. If this was a brand new body, can you imagine how clean that would look? I could fill it with my, like I said, with my finger. Nothing is chopped in half. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is nothing. It's actually done probably, it's the best 5-window chop I've ever seen. And the reason being is because of the cuts. And when I say the cuts, is the least amount of cuts to go in a direction down and lower a roof and not have to make panels and not have to do this and not have to do that, to be able to bring that together and with the least amount of cuts, to me, is the best chop. You cannot change my mind. When you're taking your car and you cut all this out and you want to make all that, that's up to you. But I'm okay with what it has. I've just put a little line down around the belt molding and made it work. If you know of a better chop, post it up and show us, please. And if the person is doing it better than we are and faster than we are, please post it so everybody else can see. I want to know how you do it. I want to see you do it. I want to know how to do it. And that's why I'm doing this stuff. I want everybody to know what I know. And the reason being is, this is art. Art has no place for competition. Art is art. You like it or you don't. Basically. There's no one going around, I'm the best artist. Well, that's not true. It's in the eyes of the beholder. But I'm just letting you know, for the people that are cutting cars apart, that right there, to me, is the best, least amount of cuts on a coupe, 5-window, to put it back together, to fill it, and make it come back together. 11 hours. So if I charge you $100, that'd be $1,100. You let me know where you can go get your car chopped at $100 an hour, and your bill's $1,100. How am I going to charge you tax too? But what I'm saying is, the people that are watching and reading the hate, it's because they think I'm great. And that's the end of it. People don't hate people that are good. People don't hate people that are doing less than them. People hate people when they're great. Ask Caitlin Clark. Ask Muhammad Ali. They hated them because who they were. And that's all you've done to me, is the haters, is motivate me. You can talk about me, you can down me, you can tear me apart, you can say I'm the worst one ever, I'm a hack job, but you will never stop me. Believe me, when you tear me down, I want to rise up even higher. If I could cut it with 2 less cuts, I'd do it again. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll be back here tomorrow.